Hey everybody, it's January 1st, 2011, and let's see, what do we have for the temperature here? If I can show it here, looks to me to be 17 degrees. Yeah, I think we can call that 17 degrees. It's been falling. It actually started this morning. When I looked at the weather report, it was 23, and then I looked again a little bit later and it was 21, so it's dropping during the day for some reason. Don't know why. Some kind of cold front's running through. Yesterday, on New Year's Eve, it was 51 degrees here. Kind of balmy. So I'm going to turn my lights off, and I'll start the rest of it in the middle of the ride so I don't make this a huge long video. Starting mileage, 36043.4. 36043.4. My subject. Okay, I told you guys I was going to give you 4 subjects, and this is my second subject on my 6th Polar Bear Challenge video. If you had the opportunity and somebody granted you the power to change any aspect of the calendar or the clock to fit whatever you felt it should be, what would you change and why? You could take 24 hours in a day and make it to where a day only has 20 hours but they're a little bit longer, or has 30 hours or a little bit shorter, or whatever you want to make it. You could take the calendar, change the months, add some, eliminate some, make them longer, shorter. What would you actually pick to do if you had the choice? And I'm saying, as soon as you decided that's the way it was, the whole world would have to go along with it. Everybody in the world would change their calendars to match what you decided it was going to be. And my idea that I have isn't exactly an original idea, because I heard somebody propose it on a talk show, although it was probably halfway jokingly, but I think it would be a cool idea too. It might have some problems, but you know, I'm not an expert anyway, so this is just kind of like for a subject to talk about. But what I'd like to do is change and make a week 8 days long and add an extra day on the end. There would be a day between Saturday and Sunday, so you'd have your regular week that starts on Sunday but doesn't end on Saturday. It ends with my day, and it would be called Fun Day. And for abbreviation, since we already have F for Friday, I'd just say on the calendars, I'd have everybody for that day put a little smiley face. So you'd have your abbreviations, you'd have S, M, T to all the days, and then for the day that I call Fun Day at the end, you'd have just a little smiley face. And so the weeks would be 8 days long, and that way everybody would have a chance to have fun. And you could even work it so that people that, like, I guess you'd have some services like firemen, policemen, certain people that work utilities couldn't really have that day off because somebody has to be, but they get to choose to take the day any day they want later. They have their choice, so they can still have their fun day. They just, you know, if you absolutely were one of those people that was essential for society to function, you could just pick when you wanted to take it off. So that would give them an opportunity to celebrate Fun Day too. And that way the months would line up, and each month would have 4 weeks in it. So that means each month would have 32 days, except after 11 months, you'd only have 4 days left, so we'd have to shorten one month. We'd pick one month maybe that doesn't have any real essential holidays, or you could take a month that has holidays and maybe cram them all together in 4 days in a row. But I'd say let's pick, since I'm the one that's in charge and gets to decide this, let's pick April. I don't think anybody'd really be super hurt, big ice patch, if April only had 4 days, because what we could do if, like, say your birthday was April 15th, or, you know, something significant in your life happened on April 20th and it doesn't exist anymore, you could just basically count the days into May, and you could figure out the same day it would be on in the normal calendar and just make arrangements for it. So anyway, that's my subject to talk about, and if you want to just take it off on some kind of weird tangent or something like that, I mean, you could do things like add an extra hour to a day but leave them all the same length, and then all of a sudden times would start actually drifting day by day and come back around in 24 days, and you could have really weird effects, like you'd be eating lunch at 8 o'clock at night and getting up to go to work at midnight, even if you work the day shift, just because of things not coinciding with what's happening in astronomy. I mean, you could make a day 400 days long instead of 365 and still keep them the same, and then the months and the seasons would shift, and springtime could come in December sometimes. So I don't know, maybe that would shake things up enough and make life exciting. So anyway, I don't want to make this video too long, and I'll get back and do the mileage and the temp, and we'll have the January 1st ride, which is also, if you are not aware, it's the Sergeant Markin's challenge within a challenge ride. I'll have it in the can. Okay, ending mileage 36045.8. 36045.8. Let's see what the temperature is. Still 17 degrees. Didn't change this time, so still 17 degrees.